Waste is one of the things which is like a big part of my role. And, under the kind of guise of waste, we obviously look at reuse as well. Reuse at the university works mainly through us using the kind of Warpit online system. So what we do is we have that kind of like online system set up, and if people kind of have bits and pieces that they think have kind of like reached the end of their useful life to them, they can upload it onto the system. Then other people within the university can claim it. But also importantly, there's about 40 or so universities in London, and a lot of them are also signed up to Warpit. So we actually end up sharing lots of items with other colleges and institutes who are in the same area, which is really good. And one of the things we've done this year, which we haven't really done since we've had Warpit set up, so we did a major refurbishment this summer. And we had to clear out a whole load of office kind of furniture and stuff like that. We had loads and loads of filing cabinets like the ones behind me. We had loads of desks, loads of chairs, safes, server racks, coat stands, lights, anything that you could imagine that you could find in an office, including some of the most hideous Christmas decorations with like creepy teddy bears that played like jingle bells. And we just put it all onto Warpit, and pretty much everything went more or less. There are a few bits and pieces that we couldn't shift. Maybe some things aren't so on trend now as they were kind of maybe in the early noughties when they were bought for the office. And that was going to other universities. We had some going to the London Fire Brigade. We had some going to charities. We're doing a real big push on activity-based working in the university, which means some people are now setting up offices in their home. So they might need a couple of items to make their kind of like home environment better for kind of working. So we're looking at that as well. So that was really, really good. Definitely linking up with the other organisations really helped in terms of if we couldn't find a home for it within the university, couldn't find a home for it with one of our staff members, being able to give it to someone like the Fire Brigade, who are so pushed on resources and know that that they're getting something which would have otherwise gone to skip, has been absolutely brilliant. In terms of challenges with Warpit and any reuse, is people get quite funny about waste, and they get funny about writing off assets, and they get funny about kind of what is and what isn't a taxable benefit. So we've had plenty of discussions with our finance team, with our procurement team, with our waste team to make sure that everyone's happy with that. And I suppose another kind of thing as well is also getting people to actually think about, is there something already available before they get their university credit card out and splash the cash on whatever new kind of like bookshelf or filing cabinet or whatever it is that they're after. I'm not sure we've cracked that 100% yet. I think we've still got some work there to do, but we are now working with our procurement team, so there's going to be a responsible procurement procedure, and people will have to kind of actually go through a process, and hopefully in that process there'll be a reminder or like a box to check saying that you have checked Warpit and there isn't something available for free or whatever. So, that's kind of a challenge which is yet to overcome, but I think we're working towards it now. I would say the number one thing which has worked really well in getting new people to use the Warpit system was we ran a big announcement on our internal intranet where we put 100 chocolate bars onto Warpit, and then just said to people, there's 100 chocolate bars on Warpit, here's the link, you have to register, teach yourself how to use it, claim a chocolate bar, and then you can come and fetch it. And so immediately we have 100 people who now know how to use Warpit within the organisation. Whereas before, when we'd kind of like done training programs, so we've got people coming in, they can teach you how to use Warpit, you maybe end up with like 10, 15, 20 people showing up to training sessions. Give someone that nice little chocolate bar at the end of their journey and they'll teach themselves how to use it, and simple as that really. So yeah,